Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves in the midst of one of the most pivotal conflicts of the 20th century, the Battle of Kursk. This epic clash of steel and wills, fought between the Axis and Allied forces, would prove to be a turning point in the war on the Eastern Front. As we delve into the origins of this battle, let us first set the stage by examining the historical context that led to this fateful confrontation. The year was 1943, and the German army, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, had been waging a relentless campaign against the Soviet Union since the launch of Operation Barbarossa in June 1941. The Soviets, however, had managed to stem the tide of the German advance at the Battle of Stalingrad, which ended in February 1943, with a decisive Soviet victory. In the aftermath of Stalingrad, the German army was forced to regroup and reassess its strategy on the Eastern Front. Hitler, determined to regain the initiative, began to plan a new offensive aimed at crushing the Soviet forces once and for all. The target of this new campaign would be the city of Kursk, situated in the western part of Russia, approximately 280 miles southwest of Moscow. Kursk, with its strategic location at the intersection of several major rail lines and highways, was a crucial hub for trade and commerce in the region. The city's surroundings, characterized by rolling hills, forests, and vast expanses of open steppe, would also provide an ideal battleground for the massive tank armies that were to clash in the coming battle. As the Germans began to mass their troops and equipment in preparation for the assault, the Soviet forces, under the command of General Georgy Zhukov, were busy constructing elaborate networks of trenches, minefields, and anti-tank strongpoints. The Soviets had learned from their experiences at Stalingrad and were determined to put up a fierce resistance against the German invaders. The key players involved in the development of the Battle of Kursk were some of the most influential military leaders of their time. Erich von Manstein, the German field marshal, was a skilled and experienced commander who had played a crucial role in several key battles on the Eastern Front. His counterpart, General Georgy Zhukov, was a highly respected and decorated Soviet commander who had risen through the ranks to become one of the most influential military leaders of his time. As we explore the historical context of the Battle of Kursk, it becomes clear that the strategies and decisions made by these individuals would have far-reaching consequences. The Germans, under Hitler's leadership, were determined to break through the Soviet lines and capture the city of Kursk, which they believed would give them a strategic advantage in the war. The Soviets, on the other hand, were equally determined to defend their territory at all costs. The air was thick with anticipation as the two armies faced off in a silent struggle, each waiting for the other to make the first move. The stage was set for one of the largest and most brutal battles in human history, a battle that would decide the fate of millions of people and shape the course of the war. As we conclude our examination of the origins of the Battle of Kursk, we are reminded that the threads of history are complex and multifaceted, woven from the intricate tapestry of human experience. The stage is now set for the main event, as the armies of Germany and the Soviet Union clash in a maelstrom of steel and fire. Join me, dear listeners, as we embark on this journey into the heart of one of history's most pivotal battles. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we continue our journey through the annals of time and delve into the heart of one of history's most pivotal battles, the Battle of Kursk. As we now witness the unfolding drama of the Battle of Kursk, it becomes clear that this was a turning point in the war on the Eastern Front. The German army, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, had launched Operation Citadel, a massive offensive aimed at crushing the Soviet forces once and for all. The target of this campaign was the city of Kursk, situated in the western part of Russia, approximately 280 miles southwest of Moscow. The battle began on July 5, 1943, as the German army, with its formidable tank divisions, advanced on the Soviet lines. However, the Soviets were well prepared, having constructed elaborate networks of trenches, minefields, and anti-tank strongpoints. The Soviet forces, under the command of General Georgy Zhukov, put up a fierce resistance against the German invaders, employing innovative tactics such as elastic defense, which allowed them to absorb the initial impact of the German attack and then counterattack with devastating effect. One of the most significant aspects of the Battle of Kursk was the massive tank battle that took place on July 12, 1943, near the village of Prokhorovka. This battle, known as the greatest tank battle in history, saw over 1,000 tanks clash in a maelstrom of steel and fire, with the Soviet T-34s facing off against the German Tigers and Panthers. The outcome of this battle was a decisive victory for the Soviets, who managed to destroy or disable hundreds of German tanks, while suffering significant losses themselves. The Battle of Kursk was also marked by the widespread use of artillery, with both sides employing massive bombardments to soften up the enemy's defenses. The Soviet forces, in particular, made effective use of their Katyusha rocket launchers, which rained down a hail of rockets on the German positions, causing widespread destruction and chaos. As the battle raged on, it became clear that the tide was turning in favor of the Soviets. The German army, despite its initial advances, was unable to break through the Soviet lines and began to suffer heavy losses. The Soviet forces, on the other hand, were gaining momentum, pushing the Germans back and recapturing key territory. The Battle of Kursk marked a significant turning point in the war on the Eastern Front, as it halted the German advance and paved the way for the Soviet counteroffensive. The battle was a testament to the bravery and resilience of the soldiers who fought on both sides, and its outcome would have far-reaching consequences for the course of the war. As we conclude our examination of the Battle of Kursk, we are reminded that this epic clash was a defining moment in modern history, one that shaped the fate of nations and left an indelible mark on the world. The bravery, sacrifice, and determination of the soldiers who fought at Kursk will always be remembered as a testament to the human spirit's capacity for endurance and resilience. Join me, dear listeners, as we continue our journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our collective past and exploring the complexities of human history. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, as we conclude our journey through the annals of time and explore the aftermath and lasting legacy of one of history's most pivotal battles, the Battle of Kursk. As the dust settled on the battle-scarred landscape of Western Russia, it became clear that the outcome of this epic clash would have far-reaching consequences for the course of World War II. The immediate aftermath of the Battle of Kursk saw the Soviet Union launch a series of counteroffensives aimed at pushing the German army back and recapturing key territory. The most significant of these was Operation Rumyantsev, which began on August 3, 1943, and resulted in the liberation of the city of Kharkov, a crucial industrial and transportation hub in eastern Ukraine. This victory marked a significant turning point in the war on the Eastern Front, as it gave the Soviet Union a strategic advantage and set the stage for the eventual push into Poland and Germany. The Battle of Kursk also had a profound impact on the German army, which suffered heavy losses in terms of men, tanks, and equipment. The failure to break through the Soviet lines and capture the city of Kursk marked a significant defeat for Adolf Hitler's military strategy, and it led to a decline in morale among German troops. As the war turned against them, the German army became increasingly overstretched and exhausted, struggling to maintain its grip on occupied territories. In the years following the Battle of Kursk, the Soviet Union continued to push the Germans back, eventually reaching the outskirts of Berlin in April 1945. The battle marked a significant milestone on the road to victory for the Allies, and it played a crucial role in shaping the course of modern history. As the renowned historian John Ericsson, once noted. The Battle of Kursk was the graveyard of German hopes for a quick victory in the East. Today, the legacy of the Battle of Kursk can be seen in the many memorials and museums that commemorate this pivotal event. The battlefield itself has been preserved as a historic site, with numerous monuments and markers honoring the soldiers who fought and died on both sides. Visitors to the site can still see the remnants of trenches, bunkers, and tank traps, a testament to the brutal and devastating nature of modern warfare. As we reflect on the significance of the Battle of Kursk, it is clear that this epic clash marked a turning point not only in World War II, but also in the history of modern warfare. The battle saw the introduction of new tactics and technologies, such as the use of rocket artillery and the development of armored warfare doctrine. It also highlighted the importance of logistics, intelligence, and strategic planning in determining the outcome of military conflicts. In conclusion, the Battle of Kursk was a defining moment in modern history, one that shaped the fate of nations and left an indelible mark on the world. As we remember the bravery, sacrifice, and determination of the soldiers who fought at Kursk, we are reminded of the enduring power of human resilience and the importance of learning from the lessons of the past. Join me next time on History with Herodotus as we explore more fascinating stories from the annals of time. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember that to understand the present, we must first understand the past.